get it in.
People who live in San Francisco's southeast neighborhoods have long claimed that pollution from nearby freeways and industry is making them sick. And they say the problem is the result of not just one or two sources of toxins, but many. Crown 4's Charles Clifford has a look at how some local kids have been studying the problem and are trying to get the message to those who can help.
Whether it's from dust in the air, car pollution, or industrial toxins, people who live in Visitation Valley, Portola, Excelsior, and the Bayview believe their health is in danger.
What we want is environmental justice. Yeah.
This group of Chinese and Latino immigrant youth all live in those areas. They are part of a program called Common Roots. For the last few months, they have spread out in small teams to study the environmental dangers lurking in their neighborhoods. What they found was not just one or two potential problems, but dozens. Things like pollution from highways and toxic chemicals leaking from gas stations, dry cleaners, and warehouses. And they found that people living in these same neighborhoods have high rates of asthma, cancer, and other health problems.
I lived there, and I was never aware of what was happening around where I lived, all the server farm nearby or the freeway that I live right next to, until, we started learning about it and did this project. That's when I actually was like, oh, so this is really going to affect me in my future, like my health.
They also believe that this area suffers from what they call environmental racism, meaning that the low-income and minority residents here don't receive the same kind of attention from government officials that more prosperous locations do. So they've taken their work and turned it into a toxic tour with 7 stops throughout the city's southeast, each one highlighting a different problem. It's meant as a way to show government officials what they believe is going on here. Today's guest was San Francisco Supervisor Daly.
This neighborhood suffers from environmental racism, and it's right for the youth to call on city leaders to do more about it.
If you would like to learn more about the Common Roots program, go to cron4.com and look for the green scene. We'll have a link posted in the featured links section. In San Francisco, Charles Clifford, Cron 4 News.